Hello. How's it going, everybody? We are live with absolutely no purpose to our lives. Pigtail, Gary Compton, Nittany Lion, Big Rig CEO. What is up? Jonathan Wheeler, Daniel Adami, Gary Santar Siri, Thomas Wilson, good morning. Michael N. How was the cruise there, Michael? How was it? Got my water. Taz 1973, James G. What's up? Crappy title, but intrigued. I could have titled it Crappy Title. I think it shows my lack of creativity. Pale Rider, what's up? Stu Manchu. I'm sitting here staring at 6 Eric Church trucks. There might be more. So I had to call Harold, and I was like, so who's Eric Church? Some country dude, right? And yeah. Let's see. Light Bright, Nick Brashears, Truckin' Life Ace, Daniel Adame, Lee Lost Cause, what's up? Draco, how's it going? He's a huge gospel singer. I don't think he's gospel. I'm not that dumb. He's a country dude. The trailers have his picture, like a silhouette of his picture on the back of the trailer. Man, if I did that, cars would be crashing and stuff. They'd be like, ah, who's that? And then, boom, they're in the ditch, you know? So, and you can tell the country music fans because they're walking by taking pictures. So, that's pretty interesting. Oh, man. So what is going on? YouTube's been kind of interesting here lately. We've had a pretty good week revenue-wise. I'm actually kind of proud of myself a little bit. And we hit a little bit of bad weather there towards Vandalia, Illinois, that area on 70. But we got through it as soon as we got on the other side of St. Louis. Boom, dry roads. So, why yes, Easy and Sons. I might like Eric Church, Gary Compton. Well, maybe I'll take a listen. See, when it comes to country music, I mean, you guys know I'm a metalhead. When it comes to country music, I like the old school. I like the old stuff. Which is weird because when I was a kid, I hated the old stuff. I don't like a lot of modern country. If it sounds like too fabricated, you know, if that makes sense. You know, like the raw honky tonk at the bar, you know, somewhere in San Antonio, Texas. That's real country right there. Not this. When I was getting my battery replaced, the shop had that country music, and there was a song that was almost a metal song. Power chords, electric guitar. There was even like some aggressive singing. I'm like, this is just kind of like rock with a twang in the voice. You know, Airvaquera, what's up? Oh, more pop than country right there, Pale Rider. Get me some pics. Some pics of what? Download the thumbnail. He's the singer that was singing at the concert where the shooting happened in Vegas. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Nick. Wow. Church has been in the news about his pro-gun control stance not going over well with his fans. Oh, wow. If it's not bluegrass, it isn't country. There you go, Hog Rider. John Cater, what's up? What are you going to name that beard? They name it some kind of Viking name. James G. Oh, okay, cool, Easy and Sons. Jeff says, look out for other Trucker James Best Snow Alerts go in the rocker world and show you how trucking is done. I don't know about that. Staying home until the 11th of March, not going the risk not being able to make it home on time for my weekend drill that starts on the 7th. Daniel, your company needs to do Texas Intrastate. You know, that was, whenever I'm in Texas, there's a lot of that intrastate. You can make a career just running Texas. So I would see if your company can or will do that, and then you can make some money. You could be close. You can always be within 6 hours of the house, you know, and get, you know, get some money, get some revenue. Oh, it's Jason Aldean. Well, who was it? Country music these days is garbage, basically same thing as pop music, right? He's more throwback than most. Yeah, that's what Harold told me, Gary. Maybe I'll take a peek on Spotify or YouTube or something, you know, if I get bored. But you know, it's interesting. They've taken over that part of the parking lot now. My wife is going to go see the Lion King live action play. 19 semis are on that tour. 19. That would be like, I don't even know where Springfield's going to fit all those trucks, especially downtown. I'm thinking that they'll probably have to use the Cardinal Stadium, the Springfield Cardinal Stadium, to stage those trucks. Salty Pirate, what's up? You just came from Jeff City area? Yeah, Lee, Jefferson City was, I think, having some issues earlier, was it? Did you see any bad weather in Jefferson City? I've taken my family to the Lion King show. It's amazing. Yeah, James, I've heard really good things about it. We saw maybe a smaller version when we were at Disney World a few years ago, and it was just like, there's so much to look at. It's hard to like absorb it all. But I imagine my wife's looking forward to it, and the youngest kid is getting to go. So the only ones that aren't going to see it is me and my son. So hot, gotta run the AC. Yeah, Big Rig CEO. There you go. Provost, what's up? They'll rent some space from Prime. Well, see, that's the thing. If they rent space from Prime, they must just go to the truck stop. You know, but I could see that happening. Prime is taken over like half of I-44 along the interstate there. They've opened up this new field. And a friend of mine told me that Wiltrans, which is like Prime Junior, they're building a new terminal, which they kind of need to. Because the road they're on kind of sucks. It was warmer in Denver than it is now in Indianapolis. This weather is stupid. Gary, I'll tell you what, man. Yesterday, I picked up a load in Marietta, Ohio. It was 65 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And by the time I got shut down in Greenfield, Indiana, it was 20 degrees. It looked like it might snow at any moment. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I carry a lot of stuff in this truck. I mean, you can see the junk up there. And half of it's clothes. Because you never know. I mean, if you do a load, say, from Indianapolis to Laredo, you know, Monday it could be like 10 below zero, and then by Friday, or however long it takes to get Laredo, Pale Rider can answer that question, you know, it's like 85 degrees. You know, same thing with like if you're running out west, you go from, say, I don't know, Kansas to like Phoenix, Arizona. I remember I took a trip out to Salt Lake City in September, and I had to go to Walmart and buy a coat because I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I used to go out. I used to go out to the Northwest. I've been out to the Northwest. Is there anywhere near Branson to park a truck and trailer for a few days? My family's going there for vacation in August, and I will probably try to meet them there for a few days. Jonathan Wheeler, there's a small truck stop just south of Branson, on US 65. And I can't remember the name of it, but I imagine it might be on Trucker Path. You can't see it from the highway. You got to go up this big hill. Other than that, Springfield's your only other bet, you know. But yeah, there is a, and then you could probably park at the Lowe's there in Hollister, Missouri, which is like a suburb of Branson. Agent Orange, what's up? Pale Rider, 8 hours. Okay, well, so yeah, it's 8 hours from Indy to Laredo, really? Today was the warmest I've been all week since I got stuck in the blizzard in Michigan Sunday night, and I'm in Maine right now. Yeah, man, you're working. It says Chantel. Well, they're a good company. If you want to be a company driver, I did 6 years there. The only company I've ever worked for, so I'm kind of biased. But if I ever had to go back to being a company driver, I'd be on their doorstep. I had no issues over there. I had one dispatcher out of the 6 years I was there. It was my last dispatcher that he and I didn't get along, and that's because he was horrible at communication. And that's the key thing with me is, you know, if I'm doing something wrong, tell me. You know, I might not know that I'm screwing up. You know, vice versa. You know, I'll be quick to tell you, hey, you know, these are the things you need to think about, you know, when I'm with this dispatcher, and you know, and I had more experience behind the wheel than he did at dispatching, so that was part of the problem. You know, when I told him, hey, this place in Arkansas is 60 miles away, but it's an hour and a half away because of the roads you go, you know, no it isn't. I'm like, you know, little stuff like that. But that guy's gone. But Transland is a good company to work for if you want to do on the company side. They're running those new Macs. And the new LTs, the international LTs, and they just got a bunch of new trailers. Going through your school at CDL. Yeah, they hire straight out of CDL school, I believe. What's the home time? I'm hoping for at least 1 day a week home. Chantel, where you live at? If you usually you're home every other weekend. That's, you know, 2 days off or 3 days off for every 10 days out, something like that. I was always home every other weekend, which is probably why I'm not a hard runner, because there's only like 2 months that I've ever like ran out for a full straight month. Pittsburgh, Kansas, yeah, that's not too far. Yeah, you could be home every other weekend, so you'd be good. But I was bored, so I thought I'd go live, talk about this Eric Church person, talk about whatever's going on the YouTube world. 21 days out and 6 days off here. I don't know, man. I'd rather do every other weekend. You know, that way there's some resemblance of normalcy. With Salty Pirate, I bet, you know, I bet you normalcy is not your thing, right? I'm just kidding. Salty Pirate. We all love you. Even though you almost cut your hand and you almost poisoned yourself with chicken guts, you know, we still love you. And you're probably the rudest guy on our Zello channel. Shootout? Nope. Nothing ever happens on YouTube. We all just hang out and sing. Yeah. I don't sing. I don't know how to sing. But I've got an interesting video when it comes to my weight coming up. Next time I'm home, which might be, I think, April 15th is next time I might be home. Gotta make some money. Rates are coming up a little bit, I've noticed, on some areas, but not on others. Just when you think the short haul game's not going to work, it kind of does. But I've been doing these medium runs, and that's been working for me. And just when you figure out a strategy, it changes on you. But we're booked until Monday. And then tomorrow we'll work on getting our Monday load. I'm not too thrilled with the customer I'm going to on Monday, but you got to do what you got to do. And, you know, but that's the thing, though. You know, the broker called me. It's one of our normal guys that we always use. He calls me up and goes, hey, you know, I got this load. It's doing this and this. Picks up at this time. And you know, and it's I got to put a bid on it right now or we're going to lose it. Right? So I bid on it. Check the times. Check my hours, you know. Okay, cool. Okay, we just got it. So he sends me a Raycon. And once I looked at the customer and the delivery time, I was like, oh man, he knew if I thought about that I would turn it down. But we got an okay rate for it. I'll just have to work a little bit, no big deal. That's the name of the game. You gotta do some of the icky stuff if you wanna make some money this time of year. Just ask Gary Compton. He's been running all over hell and back and South Dakota, 50 below zero temperatures. He's in Denver and you know, or he was in Denver, you know. I mean, all the Yeti guys are going all over the place. Shout out Thomas Wilson. That reminds me, there's somebody in our Zello channel that's mad at me because I did not read their comment in my last live feed. Here's the thing, and that's our favorite YouTubers saying is, here's the thing. Sometimes the comments come along, and like on this phone, they're not appearing unless I put my finger on the phone, right? And I miss comments. It doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean I'm ignoring you. It just means that I missed you. Okay? So if you get all pissy about me not reading your comment and you think that I'm dissing you, then you need to get over it. You need attention. Okay? It's just YouTube. Get mad at me. But if we're in this chat, you know, there are some live feeds done by people with millions of subscribers, and they go so fast you can't even read them all. So you don't see their fans getting mad about that. So I just wanted to put that out there because I had heard that somebody was on Zello saying, "Screw Steve, he didn't read my comment. He didn't read my comment on purpose, and I've unsubbed from him." And I'm like, whatever, dude. So just thought I'd put that out there. Ralph's Trucking and More. Hello. Schneider traded my truck in. I have no idea what you're saying, Almond. Schneider traded my truck in. Reckon it's time to leave? Question mark due to CPAP. Oh, okay. You're the one that was having trouble with your CPAP compliance. I don't know. I mean, I can't advise that. My, CPAP compliance is not a problem for me. I'm not saying that because I think I'm better or nothing. It's just I enjoy having. I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I'm so tired I can't even like read, that kind of thing. And like I said, if you feel that you've been misdiagnosed, you can get another sleep study. There are some $750. They'll do a sleep study. It'll be with an official doctor, and they can say yay or nay, and then from there you move. But I'm sorry things didn't work out at Schneider. You're going to be hard pressed to find a mega carrier that's going to not have the same rules when it comes to CPAP compliance. Let's see. Thomas Wilson says not me. Picked up in Climax, Colorado, 7,000 feet above sea level. Do your ears hurt, Gary? Isn't the short game harder when you always have to live load unload? Ace, it depends. It's really weird when you can get the times to work, and if you know the customers, it's just like Schneider. You can work, but usually the short game pays better. so you can get your daily rate. And if you can get like a certain amount for 200 miles, then no, it's not a challenge. The challenge with the short game is staying booked ahead. That's the biggest challenge. So if you are, you know, if you're delivering 8 a.m. on Monday, you better have Tuesday, and you're wanting to do a load a day, you better have yourself booked up to Thursday or Friday. Part of the problem that I have is that's where I have revenue loss. And staying booked ahead could be a challenge, because you might be booked up ahead, and then, you know, and Provost can talk about this too. A load cancels, and you got to cancel all of them. And then next thing you know, you're looking at the last minute crap that no one else wanted. Next thing you know, you're looking for the next day. So, you know, that's the biggest challenge of the short haul game. If you can get the money's there. But you know, looking ahead, that's the challenge. Pale Rider, you're mad? You're in Atlanta now, up to Cartersville. Keith James, what's up? Hate Lord, he's not going to read your comments. He hates you. Oh, Logic Neo, what's up? Something. Steve, you are frozen? That's a little chilly, but I'm not frozen. I'm wearing my CPAP right now, says Ace. I will never go to a mega carrier. Ralph says my CPAP compliance over 90% every year. Yeah, the compliance for DOT is only 4 hours a night. Before I was a truck driver, is you fall asleep without it on. Next thing you know, you're woken up in the middle of the night and you haven't worn it. So that could be a challenge. But I sleep really good with mine. I have 4 months left on my lease and I'm looking for options. How about refinancing the balloon payment and then lowering your payments considerably? That'd be my guess. I do what you do. I do what you do, Ace. Stay awake with it, but some nights you can't get it, or boom, you're out of service. If that happens one more time, I'm fired, since my truck's cleaned out and everything like that. Rather move something. Short haul game is a lot of work. Yes, Provost. I think where the short haul game is a little bit easier is with all the click and go apps like Uber, Coyote, JB Hunt, and sometimes you can get a good rate, sometimes you can't. But you know, so you can Google the address, see where you go, see where you can park. You kind of look ahead of what the situation might be, and then make your decisions based off that. And then, you know, it's the same thing as Schneider. You know, I could be in my bed at 3 a.m. and see that Uber load I want to do, and boom, I'll click on it. So Shan's was delicious. Big Rig CEO. That's one of the cool things about keto, is you can still do Chinese buffets. And Shan's Chinese there in Monte Eagle, man, that's a good place. It may not look like much from the outside, but they got a nice parking lot you can park in. Watch out for some of the potholes. You know, it's definitely a good. It acts as an overflow parking lot for that Pilot there. But I enjoy in there. I was there when I took a trek to Georgia last month. I ate there. You don't love your truck though? Well, Ace, if you want to get another brand new truck, you know, that's up to you. But if you're going to get another used truck, you might get somebody else's problem. So if you know the entire history of that truck, that's your advantage. You know. You know, but that's just my opinion. You know, it's easy for me to say something like that because I love my truck. From the moment I set eyes on a 680, I've always wanted one. You know, I just couldn't get a new one when I started, and they weren't in the used market at that point. I'm buying a truck for $5K. Gonna put a green Hornet that blows fire as the hood. That's weird, Thomas. Big John, hello Steve, good job on your progress. You've passed me up. Well, thank you, Big John. What's up? You made it, yay. You didn't get a notification? Did I say notification? Notification, CPAP. I asked CPAP today, he ignored me. I think he flipped me off. What else did I pass? Harold and I kind of passed each other. Everybody else has been on 70 like me, so I'm a trendsetter. But let me turn the camera around. See that pothole right there? I've been watching these trucks turn into the Catskill there, and they've been nailing that thing. That's funny. You were in Zello. You did flip me off. I knew you flipped me off. We might have crossed paths. Did you see me? You might have crossed paths when, like, you know, where the mountain has like woods and stuff, so we couldn't see each other. The thing about getting a premium truck and just eating another 18 months, it's kind of nice not having to worry about reliability. Ace, you know, that might work for you if you have no plans on leaving Schneider and you're handling the high payment, man. I don't see any problem with that. Big Rich, you saw me? What's up, Big Rich? You were at one of my favorite truck stops this morning. That McClure there in Crawfordsville, man. It's a cool place. I met Eskimo Sean there. He's a cool dude. Very rare to meet him because he is always on the road. He works for like one of these companies that would be, you know, hauling a tour like that. So he's hardly ever home. So catching him at home was like a 1 in a million shot. He came out and we hung out for like 2 hours just talking. Met his wife. Good people. Good people. But let's see what else is going on. Big Billy, what's up? You saw a show truck out there? Yeah, Daniel Nottingham was in the same truck stop. He texted me and I said, well, go up and meet Big Rich, man. He ain't shy. Don't be shy. He didn't want to. He didn't want to bother you. Did anybody see that that psychedelic diesel wagon go up and confront Ike Stevens? Did anybody see that? I was watching that and then my name got mentioned. I was like, what the heck? I guess they both agreed that I'm not a troublemaker, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I could be a troublemaker though. Kind of weird to say, but the actor James Best died on the day of James's epic life feed. No, Big John, he didn't. The actor James Best died in 2015. Roscoe shared that article on Facebook, and it was an old article. If you don't believe me, Wikipedia it. He posted on Facebook, and I said, this happened like 2 years ago, and he was like, well, you're not supposed to read the article. So yeah, so it was on the anniversary. James's epic life feed was on the anniversary of Roscoe's of James Best's death. Yeah. Oak Grove, John. They said you wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, I'll kill a fly. I'll kill a fly. I'll kill him. I'll kill a fly. YouTube can be a funny place, man. It really can. And I don't know, it's just interesting to me because You know, there are things that I watch that I enjoy, and there are things that I watch just out of like morbid curiosity. And I try to get along with all the other YouTubers, you know, because I really don't have any beef with anybody unless they got a beef with me. And I don't know, you know, maybe I ticked them off or something or somebody, but you know, I do have some haters out here. But that's to be expected, you know. I don't expect everybody to like me, you know. I could be a downright a-hole at times. I know there are people that think that I've snubbed them. Sometimes I'm just forgetful about phone calls. Then you got people like the person in Zello that says I was ignoring his comments. You know, so you know you can't be super sensitive in the YouTube world. Someone for having a difference of opinion, you know, if somebody's doing something that you don't like or you don't agree with, man, you just don't give them support, you know. I mean, I have no issues or no beef with anybody because, you know, we're all in the same gang, you know. We're all, you know, and a lot of people that hate each other now liked each other then, you know, and then a year from now they'll hate each other and they'll like each other, and it's kind of funny, really. And I just do what I do, man. But anybody who's met me on the road, what you see is what you get. What you're seeing on this live feed is me. And that's it. That's it, you know. When you hear me on Zello, that's the true me as well. And it's no different. Probably a little bit more vulgar on Zello than I am on live YouTube. And then, you know, that's it. So, and it's kind of boring. That's why I only have 3,000 subscribers. LVC put that link up. Link up to what? I miss comments all the time on my live feeds, but it's not on purpose. Right, CPAP. But I will kill a fly. They were wrong when they said I wouldn't hurt a fly. I will kill all the flies if I can. Has anybody used those bug salt guns? I figured that'd be really messy. And it's like this long, so how would you, I mean, oh, okay, CPAP. I had a YouTuber mad at me because I missed a comment on a live stream. I know, Pale Rider, and you're another one that doesn't really rock the boat, you know? And you know, and you guys should be thankful for my live feeds, because not one time have I ever ate on a live feed. You know, some of these guys, like, they get up, they get like, okay, I've got my meal, I've got my water, I'm gonna do a live feed. Like, why don't you eat your meal and then do a live feed? You know? So eating on live feeds is kind of funny to me. And if you have a cold, don't do a live feed. Flies are the devil, John. Pale Rider TV hates Snorler because he don't play a song anymore for his opening. I need to do a metal version of that, so I can be made fun of for that. It'll be awesome. This place is pretty busy. But anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm not like James Best. I don't have a cigar to smoke. I'm not as creative for long live feeds like he is. I'm about ready for winter to be over, because, you know, I've been following, okay, we can talk about rates for a second. I've been following FreightWaves. I've been following their YouTube channel, and they're doing a daily report. And there's some interesting things going on, and it's pretty accurate information. So I enjoy the fact that they put up a video every day. Kind of gives you the climate of the temperature of the climate and everything. And I think some of these carriers that got the sonar, I think they've got an advantage over carriers that don't. because you can kind of see in real time where trucks need to be. You don't think you've ever eaten on a live feed? Good for you, Ace. If you watch Pale Rider video all the way through, there is a surprise at the end. Hell, I don't see why anyone would be concerned enough about anyone else's acknowledgement to help them. Big Rich. Big Rich, you got mad at me because you thought I was ignoring you one time. But I think you were kidding. You were kidding. You're celebrating Fall Spring. Nobody had noticed the Snorlord song is now on the ending of my videos. It is? No. Well, I'm not caught up to you, Pale Rider. John Capone, I think rates are going to start to come up. Freightwaves was talking about how there's some trends showing. Jeff talked about the stock thing that he looks at. I forget what it was called. Jeff in here, he put that on there. And how it kind of coincides with a lot of the stuff that Freightwaves is saying. So I think that I've seen an increase in some rates in some areas. Like the Midwest, I think they've come up a little bit, but Texas, they've actually gone down. What used to be $1.40, you know. But I believe that the first week of March will have some, you know, some hiccups, and then after that we should be good to go. What do y'all think about the 3 bunk trucks that Sierra England is getting and training 2 people at once? Jonathan Wheeler. I definitely don't like it. But when I first started trucking, I would hear stories about companies that had 3 drivers in a truck. The truck would literally run 24/7, only stopping for fuel. And you hear stories about guys having to, you know, just go to the bathroom while going down the road. You know, stuff like that. And that's what that Sierra England stuff reminds me of. I don't think it's safe to be in the top bunk while driving. I mean, I don't think it'd be comfortable. So on a safety factor, I don't think it's a good idea. Now, it's also hard for me to believe that, well, no, it wouldn't. I mean, if their turnover rate's so high that they got to train 2 people at once, you know, that's kind of, I don't know, that's scary to me. Now I know some companies like Covenant will train a husband and wife together, but they're husband and wife, you know. But I don't believe in the 3 driver per bunk system. Little Light Coach, what's up? Yes, there is an increase in volume, but the rates need to kind of help with that too. I've definitely seen an increase in volume, but the money hasn't come up that much yet. I mean, it's come up a little bit. I mean, hell, I did a $3 mile load week before last. So, Truck for Life, what's up? Am I the only one who noticed Snorlord jingle at Pale Rider? Probably Jeff. You think rates are going to tank to 50 cents per mile? Well, Thomas, your $5,000 truck will be able to haul that. I trained 2 people at once. Absolutely not. There's no way I would do that. That is the worst freaking idea I've ever heard, other than the personality issue, the fact that you need to dedicate time to a newbie, not 2 at a time, right? I used to train teams years ago. If we had a layover, I got a hotel room. There you go, James. That's what you do. That was in 2008. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, man. There's a lot of trucker stories, but the internet has allowed us to see the true world of trucking. And I think standards are a lot more, not to say, not, standards are different now. They've gotten higher in some areas, but worse in others. If you're a job hopper, it is difficult to find a job. If you hop from carrier to carrier, you're going to be hurt. It's always been like that, but not to the degree it is now. And I remember listening to Road Dogg one time, and this chick called in, and she had switched companies 15 times in the course of a year and a half. That's almost one carrier a month. I'm like, how are you even still able to get a job switching carriers every month? You know, at some point you got to figure out, do I hate my carrier or do I just hate trucking? If you start off in a 3-bunk CR England truck and you get treated horribly by whatever carrier, you know, that you might be at, and then when you finally get your own truck, it's you know, you almost need a hazmat suit to you know, clean it up, and it's running horribly and all that stuff. Your chances of being a successful driver are very slim, because you're behind the 8 ball. You know, you're behind on the game right then and there. And there are some really good people that could have been really good drivers, but they chose the wrong company to go to for their first company out of CDL school. And I have several friends. You know, Springfield, Missouri is the land of CDL holders. And you know, I know a guy in particular that I worked with at Tracker Marine that he got out of CDL school. I couldn't get him on with Transland because Transland had done a hiring freeze, and so he was left to here. He lost his house, he lost his wife, got custody of his kid, had to get off the road, and did not look back at all. Let his CDL lapse. He was like done with it, even though he was a good driver and had a decent attitude about it, you know. So you know the industry can chew you up and spit you out if you're not careful. And if you got a strong resilience or a strong dedication or a passion for this job, it makes it a little bit easier. I kind of knew what I was getting into with trucking being in my family. And I think that gave me a huge advantage over a lot of people that, I don't know if there's anybody from my CDL school that, you know, in my class that's still driving. I think I'm the only one. Can we hear? No, we won't do that, Jeff Beard. Oh gosh. Yeah, John Capone, the 3-bunk trucks are already in place in England. There's YouTube videos of them. Jay Cannell I think, did a video about it. Somebody did a video. Was it Jay Cannell or Little Bike Coach? I don't remember. One of the YouTubers did a video about it. So yeah, they got like the top bunk there, but then they got another one up here. You know, the European cab overs have got like the bunks actually on top. It's set up like that. So like this whole condo space up here, there's like another bunk. So you're literally driving while some dude's snoring up right above you. Right. You just eat a Klondike bar? Pros, that's not keto. Oh, and we want to... I've got a friend of mine that's going to have diabetes by the... because he picked up a load where they gave him a bunch of free cookies, and so we should say a prayer for him because he's going to have diabetes by the end of the week. They're very addictive, good cookies. Imagine Chunky crashing through the bunk above the driver. You got yelled at for being too skinny? Man, Provost, that must be nice. I look forward to the day that my wife says, you know what, you're getting too skinny. I look forward to that day. And it looks like I might be doing the 5K if I keep on track of what I'm doing on my weight loss. Not bragging, just saying. Let's just hope the driver sees the low bridge side. Right, Ace. Wouldn't... Oh, man, that'd be bad. Can you imagine? I just don't see the... Like I said, I don't see doing that. Salty Pirate has a 50-pound bag of sugar in his cab. Salty Pirate is the most interesting YouTuber I know. He has a very colorful life. He's always in some kind of shenanigans. You can create a sitcom out of Salty Pirate. And his video went viral, so now he's popular. And that guy is sitting in his truck, driving along with a 45-pound, because he's lost 5 pounds of that 50-pound bag of sugar. It's sitting in his passenger seat. And he's trying to take it home. That cracks me up. Sugar is not that expensive. But hey, to each his own. Just be glad it's not summertime where that sugar can get really this pothole. We can make a lifey just out of that. Isn't against the FMCSA to be upper monk while moving? Air Vaquero? Evidently not. Or else CR England wouldn't be doing it. Now, if you think, up on my top bunk, there's a net. So that net is there for a reason. So, evidently it's not against FMCSA. The Sugar Shack, yes, something. What happened to 5 pounds? It's all over the floorboard of his truck. Evidently there was a hole that he missed. It's all over his truck. Oh, 5 pounds just mysteriously disappeared. Oh, that's hilarious if you think about it. I did the video about the 3-bone truck. Jeez, you forgot about me. Gary Compton, I'm sorry. Oh, this is going to start a YouTube war. Gary, we're going to have a YouTube war now, aren't we? I have to keep off the sugar to keep this awesome figure. There you go, John. About 5 pounds spilled on the floor. Oh, man. Reason why you should have a shop vac in the truck. I guess if he, you know, I guess he wouldn't get lost if it still has a hole in it as he's taking it to the house. Kevin and Ollie, what's up, neighbor? Kevin and Ollie, you missed it, man. We've been live for 50 minutes talking about absolutely nothing. Except we've been talking about this pothole in the parking lot in front of the truck wash. That's right. I'm getting tired of you big time YouTubers dissing me. Gary, I'm not big time though, so you take it up with your fellow Yeti guys. They're the bigger YouTubers. I am subscribed to you, Gary. I remember watching it. See, I remember the video was out there. At least there's that. So, everybody subscribe to Gary Compton. He was a Prime guy that went to Snyder, that went to Yeti. Big John. Got my moving truck reserved. Alrighty. bigger ego means nothing. Oh man. Gary, I think you and I got the same amount of subs, don't we? I haven't even looked at my sub count lately. Oh, I have been dealing with the damn pig plant where 6 hours past drop dead time and load won't be ready till tomorrow. I guess they ran out of pigs. I've heard bad stories about meat plants. I had a friend of mine who, she used to work at a meat plant, pig farm, whatever. And they would order a bunch of trucks, whether they need them or not, and just let them sit until they had the product. So I hope you're not in a situation like that. I had dog food in my truck for about 3 months before I found the dog to give it to in a case of canned tomatoes. Did you give the canned tomatoes to the dog? Usually in and out. I'm sub to YouTube star Gary Compton, says Pale Rider. Yeah, Pale Rider did that collaboration with Blackbeard. Man, Pale Rider's just me. He didn't want to collaborate with me, which I don't blame him, I guess. But you know, I might have made his video boring. Scramble North, what's up? You guys being weird about that vacuum thing. But see, that's it. That's Salty Pirate for you. Salty Pirate, okay, check this out, right? Salty Pirate is a genius, okay? He does this one viral video, right? And now he's got all these subs, right? And when he gets in the Zello room, he starts these conversations or adds color to these conversations. Becomes so colorful that people talk about him a lot. And so that's the key to a successful YouTube channel. Look at all the bigger YouTube channels, okay? People are talking about them that they don't even know, right? The key to a successful YouTube channel is to have people talking about you, whether they like you or not, whether they watch you or not. That's the key. Red Viking Trucker is a complete genius because he's got everybody talking about him, everybody sharing his channel, everybody talking about his channel. And Salty Pirate is going to be, he's doing the same thing. He is getting everybody to talk about him, and therefore he's going to have 3 million subscribers by the end of the year. Kristen Trucker, what's up, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. Oh yeah, Gary Compton. Which I have those, but I'm not willing to show you those because that would be gross. I don't want to get flagged. Although they are smaller now. They are smaller. Just work, bro. I know, Christian Trucker. You are a very busy man. You are making positive moves in your life. And you are killing it. You are killing it over there at Advanced Trucking. You have figured stuff out. And congrats on the new trailer. Owning a truck and a trailer is kind of cool. I enjoy that part. Because I don't know. It just, I don't know. I'm an idiot. You need some dumbbells in the truck, Snow 5. I got one. Check it out. I'll grab it. All right. This is going to go viral, right? Does anybody know what this is? It's a shake weight. It's a shake weight. I have one of these. You guys want to see me use it? No chance. You don't need, Sean says, you don't need dumbbells in the truck if you got 50 pounds. No, 45 pounds of sugar, John. Get it right. Oh, you getting your tag tomorrow? Dude, that's cool. It's a shake weight. Oh, getting the IRP, man, that's kind of a pain in the butt. Missouri makes it easy, but still a pain in the butt. The best thing about Missouri is that they'll actually talk to you on the phone. There are some states, I think like Georgia, that getting a hold of someone in the office is next to impossible. I don't know if Illinois is the same way, but hopefully Mississippi makes it easy. Brian Carter. It's been an interesting few days. My new student is nearly blind. How he got this far, I have no idea. Can't see road signs. Taking him home. Oh man. Yeah. Being up, you know, here's something I used to do when I was training. This is what my trainer did. I don't know what's going on in this TDC truck, but the truck is shaking. Anyways, I got distracted. Oh yeah, signs. So I would have them read the signs, no matter if they were important or not. Billboards, road signs, mile markers. You know, just get in the habit of reading everything. And that was something that was done to me. That was something my dad did with me. And you know, and that's something that my son does naturally. My son would make a good truck driver if he wanted to go that route, but he doesn't. Kind of glad for that. Kind of glad for that. No, Thomas Wilson, you can't get custom tags. Thomas Wilson, the only similarity between an apportion plate and a DMV license plate is they're made out of the same metal. And they have the state name on there. That's it. You can get a like a personalized license plate that's not registered and put on your hood or whatever. You can do that. And the dust from the bag of sugar is getting on my lips. I can taste the sugar. Salty Pirate, you're breathing sugar, which is not keto. Breathing sugar is not keto. Mississippi is a piece of cake, Scott. There you go. Scott SR Logistics, man. I want to shout out to him because he's a good dude, man. I talk to him on the phone quite often. He's helped me out on a few things. You know, if anything, he's been a cheerleader at times that I've been down. And another truck just nailed this Powell. And I appreciate that, Scott. Thanks.